good morning. I am Chelsea El-Azzi, and today we are doing the legal play with Annalee May. No relation to Hap May. Hap is actually busy this week with a big litigation case that's heating up, and we've got a deposition coming up that they're preparing for. So Annalee has graciously agreed to run this week's topic.
And this week's topic is Texas unclaimed property. For all of you who have not checked this website, and I think Chelsea has the exact site, it's something that you might want to consider because there may be money out there that belongs to you that you don't even know about.
So I want to back up a little bit. So Texas unclaimed property, I mean, it's exactly what it sounds like, I think, is that there's some kind of property located within Texas that is unclaimed.
Let me give you an example. This happened when I was running all my family members' names just to see what was out there. And I found a check from an insurance company to my niece for over $300 that what happened is she had moved, they had sent the check to her and it was not forwarded. So it ended up in Texas unclaimed property. I was able to say, niece, you've got money out there. All you have to do is get on this website and start the process and claim it. And sure enough, it worked like it was supposed to, and she got a check for a little over $300.
Okay, and so these are like refund checks or leftover money in bank accounts.
Exactly.
And this doesn't have to be specific to, because often with you, when you're a guest on our podcast, it's having to do with probate and there's maybe a decedent involved, someone who has passed.
Yes, and that is when you get on this website, if you are a beneficiary of an estate,
or you think you might be,
your parents or someone who has passed away, put in their name. And sometimes you will be surprised what you find. I have a case where there was $10,000. I have another case where there was more. And we had to then go through the steps. If you are a current executor and you have letters testamentary, you can then go onto this website and apply to get the money yourself. If for some reason the will was not probated, then you will need an attorney to assist you. Or if the will was probated, but now it's over 4 years old, and you see that all of a sudden there's this large amount that you want to claim, it can be done. You just probably will need an attorney's assistance to do it.
Right. And so with one of your clients, you were telling me it is past the 4-year period and the will was never probated because the decedent never intended it to be probated.
Exactly.
She had set up trusts so that her beneficiary didn't need to probate the will.
In fact, she did have a will. It was valid, but she had a preamble about a trust that she had set up to avoid probate altogether. And it was her intent that her beneficiaries would not have to go through probate. That's what she wanted. But as it happens, usually there's something out there we don't know about, something overlooked.
Right.
And here it was Texas unclaimed property. So we are in the process of probating a will that's over 4 years old. It can be done. And in this case, we're doing it as a muniment of title because we're simply transferring the title to the trust, which is what she had intended in her will.
Okay, and so that I'm going to segue then into this the website, and this is apparently called Texas Up, and it's a division of the Texas Comptroller. So you can do a Google search for just Texas unclaimed property, but be careful what link you click on because there's apparently some other websites which are trying to
make money,
trying to get you to click
but
on
you don't have to pay a third-party service for this. You go straight to the comptroller's office and fill out the form, and you will be able to work with them without paying a fee.
And Annalee was showing it to me. It's www.claimittexas.gov. So there it is. There's the website, and it's really simple. You just, if you're at the right website, it'll just have a blank where you put in either your name, if you think there might be money, refund checks or something.
Check anyway. You'll be surprised.
Or if you think, someone has passed recently and you think that maybe they have some property that wasn't wrapped up in their estate that might be unclaimed, search their name. And if you find that it's a significant amount, it might be worth consulting with an attorney to see how you would go about accessing it. And as Annalee said, if there is a will and you've been named as executor and you've got letters testamentary, that's a good step in the right direction. But if it's past 4 years or the will hasn't been probated and you don't have letters testamentary, then there are some extra steps. And Annalee has several clients that she's working with right now to go through that process. So she's very knowledgeable in this subject.
And very hopeful we're going to collect all this money that's out there for them.
Well, before we wrap up, is there anything else that we might have missed?
Well, I will say, I think you should get on this website no matter what. Check for all your family, all your friends, because they'll be so happy when you call them and say, hey, you're owed some money, go get it.
Well, and so there's some free advice from Annalee May. And if you find something and you need help accessing it, you know who to call.